Hello guys, this is Roger69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, on this video gonna give you my thoughts for Hard Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps issue number 13, Heroes. Actually, this is just a one-shot story arc. Kinda it's more or less, I mean, excuse me, DC Comics has been doing this since the beginning of Rebirth, which is good. I like it. It's kind of it's like when they finish a story arc, they give us like a story arc of one or two comic books, and then go to the next story arc, kind of like a prologue. By the time one is finished, the other one starts, kind of like there, which I like it. So, like I said, this is just a this is a one-shot story. And it's called Heroes, issue number 13. Well, let's get started. It starts like 60 years in the future, or 60 years from now. In the planet what's the name of the planet? Suda. That's the planet of the birds-like man. So the thing is that we see a family there, they are after dinner, they are washing dishes, and their grandson asked grandma to tell a story before bedtime. So that's what she does. So she started telling the story when she was young, when she was about the same age as their grandchildren, as we can see here, and how everything was fun and pretty until the menace shows up at the city. I know, I mean, this is the thing about comic books. Once that once you get used to living a happy life in any city, dangerous just shows up. And this time, in this case, we have Starro is the one who shows up. Yep, the famous villain from the Justice League. Look at that. Now I have to say that I love the art. So Starro is doing well, like he always does. And his grandma is putting a lot of emotion to the story, and their grandchildren's, they're kind of like afraid and excited at the same time. And then when the grandma says, look, and then suddenly I saw heroes. And the children says, what do you mean heroes? Well, she's talking about the whole Green Lantern Corps. Check that out. And you see that person on the middle of the page? Well, that's her when she was a child. Check that out. Awesome, huh? So and then she starts explaining how, and she gives each one, more or less, she's kind of like giving like a background of each of the main members of the Green Lantern Corps, like John Stewart, Kilowog, and even Tomartu, which is the bird-like man Green Lantern, as we can see here. So the thing is that after that, then she starts telling the story when Larfleeze also shows up to his planet and try to take over. Villains. Look at that. Look at that art. Love the art. Check that out. So and then she tells the story how the Green Lantern Corps saved the day, how they managed to repel Larfleeze, and Larfleeze just flew away. But she's still talking about different type of villains that they are at the universe, because the universe being so big. Well, not being so big. Well, they're good, but if they're good, they also have to be bad. I know. So here we see a couple of bad guys that she's talking about, that she mentioned to her grandchildren. Now I have to admit that some of these guys, actually I don't remember any of them at all. So I don't know. So the thing is that from there we see how the So some parts when some of the Green Lantern die in different battles, how the ring starts searching for new ring readers. Look at that, awesome, love the page. So and then from there we see the, I mean, this whole issue goes like this. It's more or less explaining the kids what the Green Lantern Corps is about, what's the motivation and all that. So the grandma decides to finish the story, say, okay kids, go to bed. So we're gonna finish the story some other time. So we see here that she's still explaining, and then she leaves. Now, remember at the beginning of this story that we saw kind of like a, let me see if I can find it here. Oh yeah, you see that over here? That's that statue over here, which caught me by surprise. It never occurred to me. The thing is that, well, that statue. So when her grandmother finished talking, then she goes and tell her husband how fun she was telling the children the stories and this and that. That she feels like how good used to be the good old days. And check that out. She has her own ring. Seems like she was the first one. Look at that. So I believe that in the end, those three statues, two of them belongs to the children's grandparents. Check that out. So it was a cute story. I mean, nothing more, nothing less. It was, like I said, it was a cute story. Kind of like a prologue between the end and the beginning of the next story arc. Think of it like looking a TV commercial between one TV, once the one ends and the next one begins, kind of. So it was a cute story. I wish that I wish to know more about the main character of this story. So, and we give it 4 out of 5. Like I said, it was a cute story. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. See you later. Bye.